So for today's adventure, we started at the Esmeralda Trailhead and we are hiking the Esmeralda Basin Trail. The goal today is to make it to Fortune Creek Pass. So it should be about 7.2 miles and 1,800 feet of elevation gain. If you search for Esmeralda Basin Trail in all trails, it says that it's a 9-mile hike, but that includes descending from Fortune Creek Pass down to the wagon road, or Jeep road, on the other side. We're not going to do that. Today we're just going to go into Fortune Creek Pass for the views. Anyways, today's adventure, Fortune Creek Pass via the Esmeralda Basin Trail. About 3/10 of a mile in, you pass the intersection with the Ingalls Way Trail, which is an adventure for another dogless day. Today we have dogs, so we stick to the Esmeralda Basin Trail. So one of the reasons we chose this hike for today is actually because of the dog. It's going to be about 3.6 miles into our viewpoint, so this is an out and back hike, and we should have off and on good water access for the first 2.1 miles. And at about the 2.1 mile mark, there's a side trail down to the river that will allow the dog to get a little swading in and get her coated really well with water before we begin the push up to Fortune Creek Pass. So anyways, we felt like this would be a good heat wave dog hike, not too long, with plenty of water access. So 1.2 miles in, and a fantastic viewpoint right here. So we're about 1.7 miles so far, and 790 feet of elevation gain. You can see that we've been in and out of full sun exposure. So mid-July, it's a heat wave. So you definitely want to have sunscreen. We're also wearing sun hoodies today, although the girls don't want their hoods up. So mine's up. Okay, Goomba, you can walk now. There you go. You gave the good old social media shot, right? Yeah. It has been really good though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
For views. A lot of open hiking. I was a little bit concerned that we were going to be socked into trees the entire way and wouldn't be able to see anything until just before we got to the pass. But there's actually been fantastic views the entire hike for the most part. We've been under trees a little bit, but you always break out pretty quickly.
We got some food, we got some views.
Yeah, it's a good mix of shade and views. And the water access has been surprisingly good. There's another small stream there, which for the dog has just been really good to keep her wet and hydrated. So we're 3.1 miles and 1,300 feet of elevation gain so far. We're beginning the last straight push over to the pass. And this spot here really, I think, epitomizes the types of views we've been having today. I know it's going to be better at the top, but this is a great hike and pretty low mileage and tons of water access. So 3.3 miles and 1,400 feet of elevation gain. We just hit the intersection with the Lake Ann Trail, but that is also an adventure for another day. So 3.6 miles and almost 1,600 feet of elevation gain. We're arriving up at Fortune Creek Pass, and then we're gonna walk up onto that knob up to the left and see what views we can get from there. All right, so we're about 3.7 miles and looks like about 1,700 feet of elevation gain. We're at the knob just above the Fortune Creek Pass, and I'm going to give a 360 shot of what it looks like from up at the top here. So we're going to lift that so we can get that mountain in. You can see it's just fantastic open views from the top. There's Fortune Creek Pass right down there. Walk out this way a little bit, look down the other side of the pass. And we'll spin it all the way back around, looking out towards Esmeralda Peak in that direction. Anyways, there's the 360 from the top. Fortune Creek Pass is in the bag. Fantastic little hike. And we had water almost all the way to the top, which was fabulous. That was a stumble. A stumble bumble. So about 5 3/4 of a mile. We're still just over 1,700 feet of elevation because we're descending at this point. We're back down into the Esmeralda Basin, probably about 1.5 miles back to get back out to the trailhead. Anyways, fantastic hike today with excellent views. So just over 7 miles and 1,700 feet of elevation gain. We are arriving back at the trailhead, so we're going to call Fortune Creek Pass via the Esmeralda Basin Trail. It's in the bag. It was a fantastic hike with epic views.
And flowers.
Flowers, plenty of water supply for the dog, lots of creek crossings along the way. Anyways, Esmeralda Basin Trail is in the bag. And Savannah says,